Hello, everybody. Welcome to NUFC Talk TV. We are here for another show, the aftermath of what was the match against Arsenal away at the Emirates. We're going to review everything that's come out in the latest 24 hours, and a lot of crying, a lot of meltdowns, a lot of empty threats, a lot of blasphemy from North London coming to the Northeast, especially from the media as well. Not happy that we are playing better than them. But it is what it is, isn't it? They're gonna have to uh, deal with it, I guess we shall say. Hit the like button. Please help us out. Very important to do that if you don't mind. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Let us know. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'm flying solo today. I had to give Brent a day off so he can be with us tomorrow. Hopefully, he said he'll be there, and then also we'll get other lads to come on and have a match preview of Newcastle Bromley. I mean, do we even need a preview for that match? Somebody will say, yes, we do. We need to analyze should we even do the player by player against Bromley? Well, I'm sure we'll get to that tomorrow. But today we gotta talk about the after effects, the aftermath, of yesterday's match. We're still Newcastle United fans, still on the high of what was an amazing victory against the Gooners in London. A lot of them have been crying. Arteta, their manager, blaming the ball for being, one of the reasons as to why they lost. I can't believe it, man. I cannot believe it. Shout out to Johnny NUFC there. Mighty Mag, of course, is in there. Beer biking. And we got with Brent in there. Can't wait to soak in all the Arsenal tears. There we go. Hello, Johnny NUFC. Jordan Revolution. Good day, Chris. Hope you're well recovered. I am a great, man. I'm great. I'm doing all right. Tiger Studios in the building as well. Isak, he says. Yeah, let us know. Bring your comments. Quickly, the Carabao Cup is still ongoing, and quick thoughts with Betancourt, who is a Uruguayan player that I guess collapsed on the pitch. I just found out literally before going live. I didn't watch the game or anything like that. So, um, you know, um, I'm not sure what's happening there. I know that right now they're 0-0, 68 minutes underway, and obviously Betancourt. I'm assuming he had to come off. Let me just double check real quick. Um, I'm assuming he had to come off. Yeah, he did at the 15 minute for Brennan Johnson. Hopefully he's doing well. Some fans on X overreacting or, assuming that he even had a stroke based on his facial expressions before collapsing. Let's not do that. Let's not jump the gun. Let's wait to hear from Tottenham on this situation. And all the best to Betancourt, who's a really good player. Played Juventus, played at Boca Juniors, and then before moving away from Uruguay. So Uruguayan international, really good player, really good talent. So hopefully he's all right. Kenny says he's set up and is talking now. I wonder if he just, a lot of things can happen. We need to wait to hear what happened from Tottenham, but it could be low sodium, not dehydration. I mean, a million things. So let's just wait to see what's happening and right now 0-0, 70 minutes. So it doesn't look like Liverpool is having the time of their life. To be fair, at this moment, it doesn't look that way. So we shall see what happens there because we have to have an eye on that leg, on that first leg over there on the other side of things. Tottenham or Liverpool. I'd rather have Tottenham, to be fair, if you ask me. I'd rather have Tottenham. But it could be also like Roy said, the other day. It'll be this time that we get Tottenham and they finally win. But I don't know. A Tottenham Newcastle final is going to be. It's like the old time losers going against each other. It's incredible. But hopefully, in my opinion, I'd rather have Tottenham. But we shall see. We shall see. More comments here. Bilbo, good evening, Chris. I'm looking forward to the show. Great result last night. Yeah, man, it was a great result. Certainly. Yeah, Chris. Sky said he's up and talking, going for more tests. There we go. I hope Gary's on the mend as well. Yeah, Gary's been dealing with the flu. He's been hospitalized, and I think he's back home now. So hoping that all the best for Gaza of the channel, and he shall be back hopefully doing our live commentaries next week. Hopefully, maybe we shall only hope that that's what's going to happen. But health is more important, of course. It looked to me like he went for a low header and hit his head on the floor. That could be as well. A lot of things could happen. A lot of things could have happened. Pedro missed a sitter for Spurs, says Johnny. Tiger, everyone watched the Arsenal channels last night. Everyone was fuming. Love it. We're going to watch a few. We're going to watch a few, ladies and gentlemen. And we're also going to do X Reacts, Twitter Reacts, whatever you want to call it. But before, I guess we do anything, don't forget to hit the like button. Let's go right now to AFTV. They lost they lost it completely against well, I mean, Robbie, you know, he likes to stay clean. He doesn't really get involved. He's much of the one that places the microphone around and lets the other guys look a fool. And certainly one of those twats looked like a proper fool talking against a Newcastle United fan. He couldn't back up his own team. He couldn't say why they deserved to win. He couldn't have just an explanation on why he should have beat Newcastle United. Instead, he resorted to saying, "You haven't won in 55 years." Oh, my goodness. What has look, I know that Arsenal has won FA Cups to a certain extent. They're the kings of FA Cups. But is their fan base happy about what they've been doing? The last 20 plus years since the Invincibles, they haven't won a Premier League, haven't won a cup since, a Champions League cup, never. That's why I believe Chelsea is the biggest team in London, but that's just my opinion, because they've gotten 3 Champions Leagues, which is almost impossible to do nowadays. Arsenal, none. They are irrelevant in Europe. They are famous for having a great match against Barcelona, just kind of like Newcastle did against Barcelona once upon a time. I'm not here to deny Arsenal's greatness. They are a great team in London. Certainly before Chelsea, they were probably the biggest. And I think that Tottenham has been living off Arsenal for their whole life. If Newcastle lived there in the in North London, we would be talked about as one part of the Big Six, or Big Seven, whatever, along with Tottenham, because I think Tottenham has been milking the Arsenal titty for a quite long time. However, with that being said, in Europe, Arsenal are irrelevant. In the Premier League, irrelevant as well. So are we. But we're not out there saying, we are the greatest thing since Coca-Cola. We're out there doing the right thing, winning games, beating teams, and unfortunately, that's what they hate. So let us take a listen to this twat that was having a convo with a Newcastle fan, and of course, Robbie there as well. Let's take a listen and see what happened.
No. Listen, this is football talk here. This is football talk. Tell him. He reckons we got no chance. You tell him why you think we got a chance up there.
They haven't won nothing for 55 years.
And what is
55
that?
This is a team used to losing. All they ever known is losing.
But
they've won nothing. Have you won a trophy? When's the last time you won a trophy?
You won 2-0. One second. You have won 2-0.
Where are you in the league?
Do you think you have a chance against us at home?
No, I don't. I think we've got a great chance. You're nobodies. You're nothing special.
So you're gonna come to St James's Park and beat us?
Why not? Have we done it before? You haven't won a trophy for 55 years. Your best chance was when you played Manchester United, and I wanted you lot to win then. And you mucked it up.
So if that's the
you
case,
are big time bottlers. You're used to losing. You haven't won that for 55 years.
So if that's
and
the case,
also,
why didn't
let's
you beat
go
us, yeah?
back.
Yeah, let's go back a little bit. I fixed the echo. There we go.
Used to losing. All they ever known is losing.
But
they've won nothing. Have you won a trophy? When's the last time you won a trophy?
You've won 2-0. One second. You have won 2-0.
Where are you in the league?
Do you think you have a chance against us at home?
No, I don't. I think we've got a great chance. You're nobodies. You're nothing special to
so
us.
you're gonna come to St James's Park and beat us?
Why not? Have we done it before? You haven't won a trophy for 55 years. Your best chance was when you played Manchester United, and I wanted you lot to win then. and you mucked it up.
So if that's the
you are
case-
big time bottlers. You're used to losing. You haven't won that for 55 years.
if that's the
And
case,
also,
why didn't you
let's
beat
go
us, yeah?
back. Let's
Why
go back.
didn't you beat us in
let's
your
go
own
back to
backyard?
19.
Why
We've been-
did you not
Where are
beat
you in the
us
league?
in your
Where are you in the
own
league? Where are you in the league? You
backyard?
haven't won that for 55
Why did that
years.
happen?
You haven't won that for
Why did that happen?
55 years. 55
nil.
years.
All right.
55
nil.
years.
It's getting personal there.
55 years.
2-0.
All right. Listen, let's get. You know, I want to get.
What percent, James?
55 years.
Right. Hold on.
55 years.
Do it again.
55 years.
Hold on.
Hey, it was getting personal there. This little frog hasn't got a clue on how to explain the debacle that they're in as a football club, hoping that they can actually beat Man City. And even in Man City's worst reign, they are a terrible team. They don't convince anybody, and that's what he's crying about. But he obviously can't resort to explaining what's happening on the pitch. He has to resort to insulting, belittling the opponent when his actual team was belittled by a mile yesterday on the pitch. You know what I mean? It's just, what can I say about this twat? Actually, I've seen him many times, and as Davey was saying, even Arsenal fans hate him. That's how irrelevant. I remember watching a show where Robbie and him got in an argument because he was being condescending to Fulham fans, or Fulham club. But this guy is just, he really is irrelevant. And they put him on there so he can say stupid stuff like that. And then, it gets a rise out of people. And, of course, people click on it and watch it, react to it, kind of like we're doing here. And that's why they get him, for the simple views. Other than that, he is irrelevant to that fan base. So there we go. Tiger Studios, Newcastle Spurs final battle for the top bottlers. And we shall see. They scored Spurs, it looks like. So yeah. Anyways, so that is what this idiot had to say. I don't know. I was with an Arsenal supporter, says Paul, guys, and a Macam for company last night. Oof. Feel bad for you then. Feel horrible for you, mate, if you had to endure that last night, for certain. And so what is it looking like? Tottenham going up 1-0. Who scored? Did somebody say Dragonson? Or was it Solanke, Dominic Solanke? Nice. I'll tell you what, if they do make it, you never know though. You never know, because Liverpool are known for just scoring at the end of the game. So they are known for that. So you got to be careful. But I mean, going one up, I hope. And if you actually think about the Postecoglou's high line, there's all the possibility in the world that they can get this game out and draw Liverpool. So we shall see. It was offside. Oh my goodness! I guess he was offside. Well, you guys keeping me in the loop here. One guy that was very, very, very level-headed toward and comprehensive of what happened yesterday on the pitch was the one and only. Shout out to Boki there. Appreciate you, mate. Says Chris, amazing show. One guy, that Arsenal fan that we've actually had on this show here, Lee Judges, came out and had a heartfelt conversation with Robbie as well about what he thought the game was, and how he took Ty is a damn frog, man. He just but let's take a listen to Lee Judges. Says he had a more sensible explanation as to why they lost and we won.
With the finishing department, because we had chances, didn't we?
Yeah, we had chances, and at the end of it, we had chances, but at the end of it, you have to look at it today. And I get the frustration from fans. Of course you do, semi-final of the cup. The difference between the two sides today, and they're a better team than us because of it. They are a better team than us. Don't forget they ain't got their best midfield player playing today.
No Guimaraes, yeah.
And they've got their best central defender not playing today. So I don't want no excuses that Saka's not playing, because they've not got their best players playing. Right? They beat us today because they had two players up top that would walk into our team. And that's a fact. An absolute fact. Both of them would walk into our team. And that was the difference today. Newcastle today, absolutely tip my hat off to them because I thought they were fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Drilled, coached properly, defended fantastically well. The set pieces and everything there, they was fantastic, and they had a edge up front. They had something to go on up front, which we have not got, Robbie.
They're clinical, and we're not clinical because we had two or three easier chances than they had to score.
Well,
and we blew
I wouldn't say easier.
The Kai Havertz, maybe you've not seen that back.
I've seen the Kai Havertz one.
Come on,
it's a disgrace.
I scored it.
Yeah, well.
We had chances, Lee.
I'm not going to argue. Yeah, of course we had chances. That's a scandalous goal, you know. But that's the difference. Isak didn't hit the post, did he? Isak didn't fluff his lines. He scored it. Anthony Gordon scored his. Now I'm looking at it, and people can moan and groan, and I get it when they say they want Arteta out or they want this and all that. Like I look at it today. What do we need in our team? What do we need? We said it all along. We need a striker. I sat there today and I watched 3 players warming up today. Sterling, Calafiori, right? And
Jesus?
No, who was the other one? And Marino. £75 million worth of talent there. Semi-final of the Carabao Cup, which we desperately need to win a trophy. All 3 of them on the bench, not contributing to the team whatsoever. So when people turn around and go, that money could have gone on the centre forward that we were craving for. But the manager and the board decided that they want to bring in squad players. Calafiori today, I thought was good on the other day. He's not playing in the semi-final. Marino not playing in the semi-final, and Sterling not playing in the Give a little bit of a relax for Sterling because he's just come back from injury. But the fact of the matter is we got him on a free anyway. Our 2 major signings in the summer to get us over the line for the title in a semi-final are warming up. There's your answer.
Yeah,
the stadium was half empty. So, listen, I said that when I went to Anfield a few years back and everything like that, and we did.
The question
so what you've got
on whether they can come back from this.
What to do if he ain't good enough to do it, you've got to get players in that can. Get players in that can.
Is this tie done for you?
Well, I don't want to go up there on a Wednesday night 2-0 down, but. Listen, I said that when I went to Anfield a few years back and everything like that, and we didn't. Listen, there's always hope. You know what I mean? Like,
what were you thinking?
What am I thinking? It's done, isn't it? It's yeah, well, you know what I mean? Let's not bother. Let's not bother, like, you know, because I'll tell you what, you know, and listen, am I the only one thinking that? Because I'll tell you what, there's 10 minutes to go and the stadium was half empty. So a lot of fans are thinking that as well, you know. And I don't care. Listen, I'm going to give that team, those players, as much credit and everything that they deserve. But they're fans today, fantastic. But what a luck, all round by the goal. Next 2 weeks from now, we'll be up in the sky. Won't hear us, but they've heard us today. Not saying it's an advantage, but it is. You know what I mean? Like, but listen, they were fantastic today, Newcastle. I'm going to say that's the best team that I've seen play this season come to the Emirates. Totally outclassed us, outfought us, out-tacticked us and outscored us. So when you say, can we go and do that next time, like, you know what I mean? That's 4 fundamentals we've got to put right next week or whenever it is. Next month, is it next month, right? Next February. That's after I think we played Man City. But I'll tell you another thing that's a big worry for me. Ipswich, teams like that, split the old blueprint of how to beat Arsenal. They've now mastered it. Other teams will come here. Man United. Like Man United done exactly what Newcastle did today, but we got them on 2 set pieces. But they have quality. They have quality up front that I would love to see. If Arsenal had Isak and Anthony in this in our team, dangerous. Right? Get yourself a Champions League final ticket because you'd be going to that. Get yourself a cup final ticket because you'd be going for that. Because fundamentally, that is the thing that is lacking at Arsenal Football Club. When would we look like scoring tonight? That every time they went for, I tell you, I said to my mate today, I said it'd be 2 before that, and it could have been. I think they could have won 3 or 4 today. They're so much better than us going forward, and it was a big black line across it, like, you know what I mean, for Mikel today. When he turns around and says you don't need a forward, I urge you, Mikel, go and watch that team today. Go and watch them 2 up front, and then come back and say you don't need a striker.
Oh my goodness! Look at the comparison between somebody that knows his team was shite, and he's saying it, compared to the other frog who just, does nothing but open his mouth to eat flies. Simply, that's all he does. So, great stuff. Another goal for Spurs. What's going on here? Oh, do we have what happened there? A goal. So the first one was annulled, and now 86 minutes, a goal for Spurs. Bergvall scoring for Tottenham. Wow, nice. Interesting. Simon Jordan was saying today, for Tottenham, winning this cup is everything. For us is winning. He didn't say it about us, but I'm saying it. For us is everything. What the Mighty Win said yesterday is the ultimate betrayal to any fan base to say that it's okay if you win the next 4 Premier League games. If you lose, if you bottle, go into the final with a 2-0 lead. I think that's the biggest. I just could not believe he said that yesterday, and I think the chat made him feel like, well, I don't know, he was pissed probably, but regardless, I just can never condone that, and I think that this is our biggest chance that we got. We're gonna play against, possibly, hopefully, against Spurs. We don't know yet. The game is not finished. We still got 87 minutes. I'm sorry, it still got about 3 minutes and some added time. So we shall see. But at the end of the day, if we play against Tottenham, this isn't on the overall scheme of things from the neutral fan. If they had to say who's the favorite, they would probably pick us, to be fair. But at the end of the day, as far as history with finals, everything is tied. There's no favorite. If we played against Liverpool, the neutral fan would say, well, Liverpool's got the edge because Liverpool wins finals, etc. Newcastle, no. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. But with Tottenham, no. We are favorites against Tottenham. B-Rack can say in there, it's Postecoglou who says Tottenham always wins trophies in his second season. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. And let's hope we we definitely use that for motivation, certainly. So hopefully it is Tottenham. They still got a few minutes left, so keep me updated. Keep me updated on what's going on. Beer Viking, Spurs were crap in the Champions League final. Well, they were. So, I mean, yeah, that's right. They were with Pochettino, and I thought that's a much better team than what it is now. Obviously, right now, it's not a good team, to be fair. Look at them where they're at. It's not a good team at all. But they get to a final, so we can't underestimate them. If that's the case, indeed, because we just don't know what's going to happen as far as that's concerned. We got more meltdowns. Oh, this is a good one. Oh my goodness. Tiger says if we play Spurs, we should be winning. We certainly would be the favorites, in my opinion. We would be the favorites, and we got to do everything in our soul to win the cup, no matter what. It becomes the make or break for Eddie Howe, in my opinion. It becomes the make or break, because even losing a final, even getting to another final, might not be enough for our ownership. So, and I'm not here. I don't have an agenda against Eddie Howe. I think he's turned things around and he's done great now. And I actually posted a Twitter thanking him for changing just in time to turn the ship around. But we got to get to a final and we got to win it. And if it's against Spurs, you better believe it. If you go against the best teams in the world on anything, then, you might say, well, Newcastle don't have as good of players or they're not in great form. We are in great form, and that form is because of the great players that we got. And we potentially are playing against Tottenham. We are favorites in this final if indeed Spurs go through. Let's go with another meltdown. As you saw the thumbnail, Anthony Gordon is lifting a carrot cake cup. Well, apparently there's an Arsenal fan that claims he is pleased about a 2-0 loss to Newcastle in a cup semi-final, as you'd say it, because he doesn't care to win a carrot cake cup. So let's take a listen to this other twat and what he had to say.
Right, John. Did you go to the game?
Hi, mate. Can you hear me?
Did you go to the game, John?
Yeah, I'm really pleased that we lost.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
We don't want to be in the Carrot Cake Cup.
What you on about?
Well, it's this for Arsenal. It's the Premier League, and it's the Champions League, and it's the FA Cup.
What do you know about those two competitions?
They won the Champions
Exactly.
League ever.
What do you know about that?
Yeah, but we shouldn't even be in this cup. This is the reason why. All we know from this match is we confirm we've got to buy a striker in January, and that's going to push us through to possibly go for the Champions to the Premier League.
John, how old are you?
But I've got no interest in the Carrot Cake Cup.
John, how old are you?
No. Sorry?
How old are you?
Oh, in my 50s.
You're in your hold on, man. Time out. You're in your 50s and you speak like this, like an idiot. My goodness, I'm telling you, man. There's no hope for civilization anymore. I don't see us living past 50 years from now, man. I'm telling you, it's just unbelievable. People like this that live in this world. Are you kidding me? 55 years of age, and this is what he thinks. Wow.
But
John,
it wants to be in a cup like that, mate. You've got to go. If you,
John,
so Chelsea,
John,
you want to go to the league. If you're a Chelsea fan,
John,
you go to the league.
That's true, James.
John, why are you being so bitter, matey?
No, I'm not bitter. I didn't watch it. It was boring.
Imagine it's boring then.
Newcastle played brilliant.
And you
How do you know it's boring if you didn't watch
really
it?
well. Newcastle played well. They were great.
How do you know they played well?
Newcastle played well.
How do you know?
I was watching it.
What?
I saw the way they controlled the game.
Did you watch the game?
You just said you didn't watch it.
I don't want to be in this Carrot Cake Cup.
John?
Is he right?
No, hold on. Turn the violin off.
Is he listening to us?
John?
Yeah.
John, right, listen. You're off air now, right? No one's listening to this, okay?
Right.
No, you're off air. You just said on air you watched the game, okay? So we're going to bring you back on air. You said you didn't watch the game. Can you say that again when you're back on air, just to make it continuity on air? Okay. Welcome, John, back. John, did you watch the game?
I saw it, yeah. I caught it on the TV, yeah.
What a total. What did Gordon Ramsay uses this insult.
It's a waste of time, mate. It's a waste
What
of
a
time.
what is it? What a plank?
We're not focused on it.
What is it? What's the insult? A plank? Is that what Gordon Ramsay uses? What a plank is this guy, man? Come on, man.
The league is the main thing for us.
John, what are you on about,
John,
mate?
what are you on about, mate?
Seriously, you're desperate for a trophy.
John.
No,
You're
we're
trying to count community shields as trophies, mate. Come on. You're desperate. He's played at full strength.
Yeah, I know. You have no Saka's out.
Well, he's injured.
Exactly.
He's played the full strength team that he's got available.
Exactly, but you got to buy a striker in January. That's the one thing we need. We need a real good striker, and we're going to nick Isak. I hope we're going to nick him.
Nick him. We're nicking nothing.
What an idiot!
We're going to nick one of the top guys.
Who you going to nick?
You believe me?
Who you going to nick?
I mean, if you Chelsea.
No, forget Chelsea. John Boy. Who you going to nick?
What?
Nicking no one, John.
Isak's under the radar at the moment.
Under the radar? What does that mean?
Well, they're actively pursuing. It doesn't matter as long as they get someone in.
John, how long have you been an Arsenal fan? I'm going to serious question. How long have you been an Arsenal fan?
Since I was 8.
What are you talking about there?
I watched Arsenal beat Man United in the last minute of the FA Cup in 1976.
Right.
So that was absolutely glorious.
Well, that wasn't a Carrot Cup, no?
No, FA Cup. That was when the FA Cup was big.
John, honestly, mate, you've got no idea what you're talking about. You're talking absolute gobbledygook.
Well, we don't want to be in the Carrot Cake Cup. I mean, it's irrelevant.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
This is crazy stuff. John.
It's not.
It's a good boo, that.
Where's that boo from?
That's a new boo. It's a new year, new boo.
John, you're booing yourself, mate.
Yeah, we don't, mate.
Go on, give yourself a big boo.
No Arsenal fan's going to be worrying about this game.
John, just boo yourself. Give yourself a boo now. Go on, boo yourself.
He's booing himself.
What a twat, man.
Al, what's going on, mate? Come on, you're falling apart again. Normally it's around March time, but it's early, this.
Gone early in 2025, Al.
No, listen, boys, listen. You've got Martinelli on the left. He's too predictable all the time. He goes...
Let's go with Newcastle fan,
really
man.
pleased with everybody. I mean,
Really Newcastle fan in here. Come on.
Look after. I don't think dynamic individuals in this.
I mean,
Game
Gundy.
Well, there we go. Never mind. I thought they had a Newcastle fan on there. My goodness gracious, what a complete. Is that the insult? Please help me out. What a complete plank, whatever the hell you call it. I don't even know what it is, but I just like to insult people when they deserve it. I just fucking hell, man. It's unbelievable. This guy. What about the game? It's Spurs Liverpool, man. Who's winning? 96 minutes. I see that they have given extra time, 6 minutes. So what minute are they on? It'll be interesting to see. Stephen Harker says went to school with Win in 1959. The guy. Yeah, I don't know what the hell this guy was talking about. Win was definitely man, he was on one. He was on crack yesterday. He was on meth today. You know what I mean? It's just unbelievable. We try to give that guy multiple chances, but he is certainly wanting to be sacked, it looks like. My goodness, man. I just don't get it. I do not get it at all. What the hell is he talking about selling Bruno for? Are you kidding me? Are you mad? What? You know, it just makes no sense. I'd rather keep the same team. If we have to sell one of our best players in order to make more money to buy other players, I'd rather not. I want the best player. Look at this form that we're on. It's proven now for the second time in a the second time, not in a row, but the second time. We made it to Champions League. We're in a great form. It's proven now that with this squad we can do things. So I'd rather not break this squad right here, not break it up. To risk it to bring in anybody else that might not work. Because I mean, yeah, you sell to get Mbuemo, and now what do you do without Bruno? What's the point there? You just losing. It makes no sense to lose players. No sense at all. No sense at all. So that is true though. Kenny W is only the first leg, so Tottenham, even if they they win this one, Liverpool playing it at home, that's crazy. Stephen Harker, I agree, Chris. We aren't a selling club. Loads of dead wood from the Ashley era. Exactly. I don't need to be a selling club. A selling club sells his best players. Their best players. It's best players, and I don't want that. I don't want that at all. You know, I'm tired of that. It's nonsense. I rather keep my best players. Tonali, Isak, Bruno, Gordon, and Joe Linton, Botman are. You cannot move those guys. You cannot move. You can never sell those guys. By the way, they keep adding extra time, man. What the hell? I know first it was 96, then 97, and 98. But man, at Anfield, Liverpool is gonna have probably enough if they want to make something happen. Hopefully not though, because I do want to play against Tottenham, but we shall see. And so that's my thing. We cannot, for once in a lifetime, we cannot be a selling club. I will not allow. My opinion will never change. No, if they tell you want to buy Mbuemo, then you need to sell one of the big guys. Isak or no. The answer is no. And Mbuemo is not better than Isak in his position. I'd rather not have a right wing like Mbuemo than give away a midfielder like Bruno. Makes zero sense. And by the way, I don't know what the hell Win is talking about. He's the one here that's been arguing, the only one basically that says that we have all this money to spend. So what do we need to sell for? And he could have a point, because we haven't bought a damn player since a substantial, a proper, starting 11 player in 2 windows. And we had to sell Minte and Anderson. So you tell me, why do we have to sell now to buy anybody? But even if that's the case, I'm not having that. It's nonsense. I'm not having that at all. And that, to me, that's not, oh, you need to grow up. We got to get rid of. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't have to get rid of nobody. That's here and say. Let us go with Twitter Reacts, ladies and gents. Do you guys see the screen very good, or is it a bit wonky? Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Let's go with Twitter Reacts. This way. This way right here. What is this? AC Slater says, the good fella, the untouchable Sandro Tonali. There we go. Good. I'm trying to get on to Goodfellas, by the way. I think it's a good series. for the first 2 episodes that I watched, only 2. But they're long as hell, man. But I was recommended it by a good friend. So there we go. Sandro Tonali with La Camorra. So there we go. I love Sandro. Stu Penman, good, friend of ours, NUFC Matters guy and all that stuff. Says, credit where it's due. Arsenal fans deciding to dress up as red plastic fans red plastic seats after 80 minutes. There we go. Let me go down. There we go. Now you guys can probably see better. So that's a good one. Commitment says, by the way, it's unbelievable, isn't it? How they I just couldn't believe it. Even in the commentary, I was saying, I just cannot believe that a team like Arsenal, their fans are walking off. It's 1-0. It wasn't, 1-0. Actually, it was 1-0 and then 2-0. But you would assume that it was a perfectly achievable comeback, I guess you could say. The thing is that they're to support, but they gave up on their team, and that was unbelievable for me to see. Look at their fans. I just couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. Now, Arsenal fans went down in my estimation. I thought they were better than that. Certainly weren't. Birek and Arsenal fans are entitled and arrogant. Yeah, it looks like that. It looks like that. Mark Todd says, well said, Chris. I totally agree. I'd rather keep our top players and train our youngsters. We are only a goalkeeper, center back, and right winger off competing. Exactly. I mean, I totally agree with that. And Boki, you're right. All they needed was a goal to just get him back in business. And even then, that's why I keep saying, us fans, we still need to stop acting arrogant. Actually, to be fair, I haven't seen many Newcastle United fans arrogant, other than Mighty Win yesterday talking rubbish. He looked like Ty from AFTV, because they score once at St. James's Park and they're back in business. So, we got to be careful. If we score one more, it'll be great. It's still, the game plan for that game is not going to be easy. Because what do? Do you go gung-ho or do you wait? It's still, it's kind of the same game plan, really, as if going away. When you go away, because you don't want them to score at all. So it'll be interesting to see what Eddie Howe does, but by no means necessary. By no means, better said, is this series over. So we got to be careful what we say. And I was ashamed to call Mighty Win a friend yesterday when he was talking. And that's the problem with Niall, though. Niall is right. That's the problem. Win doesn't mind us losing as long as we win the next 4. I just do not understand it, man. I do not understand that. That mindset is literally absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Jonathan here says we have no need to panic buy this January. The team is ticking nicely, and I'd rather wait till summer and get the right one than buy for the sake of it. I agree with you 100%. Now I agree with you 100%. And hopefully that continues. The form. We're going to lose eventually. This peak of form, we don't know really what our peak is, but, you can certainly assume that this is it. We're playing great. We don't know. It's going to have to come down at some point, but we just got to find the consistency. That's about it, because we're going to lose a game, man. We're not going to keep winning. Football is football. As long as the ball is round, it never changes. Teams go up and down all the time. But we got to find that consistency. That's it. And make the moves to make sense. So, really the criticism for Eddie Howe wasn't that we are losing, we are winning. Because I feel like that's results-driven analysis. And when that's the case, then your analysis is whatever you say is irrelevant. All you got to do is show the scoreboard, and that's it. So my criticism to Eddie was that he wasn't making the moves that made sense, the simple moves. And I know people will hold on and say, well, Eddie needed to wait until his time to put those players in. Rubbish, man. Because when those players came in, they played good, and he still subbed them off. But Eddie, that's why I thanked him on my Twitter earlier today and on my Blue Sky, that he now is making the right moves, and thanked him for changing just in time. So that's it. when you coming across, because I'm leaving the 13th, Monday the 13th, London the 14th, and Newcastle. So I'll be there, and yeah. So there we go. Can't wait to be there, man. Cannot wait. The next one here from Murph. This is my Beer Biking. You must be following this guy. He's the Murph fan account. Says, I want my apology to be as loud as my criticism at the time. Eddie Howe, I am wholeheartedly sorry I ever doubted you. Here's the thing. I don't understand the fans that are this apologetic. For what? If I insulted somebody, I will apologize for that. I never said Eddie Howe, and you know, I'm just speaking for myself, really. I'm not feeling targeted. But I feel like if you criticize something at the time that was going wrong, and now that was made right, what's the need of apologizing for what? You know, in my opinion, I was seeing things. Actually, I was never Eddie out, no matter how many times the wind lies. But I was, you know, I told him he needs to have until the end of the season to get it right. He did make it right. But in my head also was like, man, every week after week, this guy is not really getting it right. And so that patience was going to run out. But he made it right. Look at that. It's only two options to do, man. You either get it right or you keep getting it wrong, and then you're going to be sacked. Two options. And he got it right. But there's no need to, unless you insulted somebody, unless you, you know, went below the belt with what you said. There's no need to apologize for criticism that was granted at the time. You know, that's all I'm saying, in my opinion. Boki says, you need to get on stage at the Stack. Well, I don't think they're going to allow me to do that, man. But wouldn't that be crazy? It would be crazy to host a show, NUFC Talk TV show on at the Stack, wouldn't it? It would be great. But no, I'm too small for that, man. I'm too small for that. All right, next guy in line. Oh, I saw this one. Newcastle United posted Arsenal TV. Gate crashed. I love this club. Let's take a listen. Yeah, but that's not rugby though. What channel is that? That's Arsenal TV. Oh, Arsenal TV is in the actual club TV. That's not Arsenal fans TV. But well, either way, they crushed them, didn't they? What about this guy? Magpie Media reporting this Trips TV. Let's take a listen.
Oh God! Oh no! Oh no! Oh fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off, man! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off, blood! Fuck off, man! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck this team, man! Fuck this team, bruv! Fuck this team, bruv! Fuck this team! Fuck the lot of them! I swear to God! Fuck the lot of them, bruv! Look at this! Oh God! Oh no! Oh no!
He lost his mind on the Gordon goal because he knew it was over. It is over. Once he scored a second goal, man. Oh my goodness, they were gonna lose that game, weren't they? Bruno Guimaraes, though, just like another Geordie right here, posting Isak for Isak's goal. So there we go. Craig Hope. Oh, this is the Dubravka goodbye scene. There we go. Look at that. Dan Burn then having a bit of a, you know, you did well, lad. To Martin Dubravka. And there's a guy that who's that? There's a guy that said goodbye to the club. Here we go. This is one more time. He was saying goodbye. Do you guys think that he was saying goodbye for real? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's interesting, but to me that looks like it is. And then Byrne right there letting him have his moment, and then, you know, waiting for him. I think that that means that it is what it is. You know, it is what it is, man. It looks like Martin Dubravka might just be going, and I just don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. But I will tell you what I truly assume. I'm going to clean and take Eddie Howe out of this because, or maybe not. I shouldn't really because I don't know what's happening. But I was trying to assume based on what the situation, because to me, for a good part of this whole thing, it's just basically that he wants to leave, and when a player wants to leave, it is what it is. But a month ago, he said that the club never approached him. But maybe now he's got a good contract in Saudi Arabia, and he's got to go, because he's going to save his family, secure his family, and generations to come. So he's got to do what he's got to do. But if I'm Eddie, man, I got to do. Actually, I don't know where I read this, and I know a lot of yous may know, and I'm not making this up. I read it. I don't know if it was Craig Hope or Keith Downey, maybe Keith Downey, that said something along the lines of he asked Eddie, or a reporter asked Eddie what was happening with Dubravka. He said, I don't know, and I'm just paraphrasing here. I tried to speak to him in the locker room, and he said, not now. He touched his heart and said, not now. So that's the story that I read on social media. That might be wrong, but and if that's the case, man, I can see Eddie Howe maybe trying to persuade him, but then he's too emotional for him. If it is his last game, though, one hell of a last game, I tell you. So there we go. Bruno.
Newcastle, 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 Newcastle.
Oh, Bruno Guimaraes from oh, look at that. Bruno from Rio de Janeiro. And now we're looking at Dubravka once again. And yeah, he looked teary-eyed, man. It looked like that's it. It looked like that's it. When you know it's it, that's it, baby. Yeah, no, this face right here is not of a guy that's just saying goodbye for no reason. Not at all. So, I mean, it's, I feel like he's gone. Jonathan Shaw says, this seems to be made over Eddie's head. Eddie wants him to stay, but he's leaving, which isn't Eddie's choice. That very well could be. All right. Beer Viking, that was a good one. That was a good one right there. He says, to be fair, when I leave London, I cry too because I'm grateful to be leaving. That's funny right there. All right, let's take a look. Jonathan here posting, Arsenal fans seeing Isak scoring, but realizing they're 1-0 down.
Oh, mate.
Come on, man. No way. Oh my goodness. They want Isak so bad, man. I'm telling you. Match of the day here posting. Anthony Gordon scored Newcastle's second goal at the Emirates and then did the Thierry Henry celebration. Yeah. I didn't notice it actually. I am actually one of the biggest Thierry Henry fans in ever. Like I really appreciate him as a center forward. Sometimes he's a winger. It's a complete striker in center forward. And I really admired him. I really did. So I think I might react to a video of somebody that I saw. Somebody sent me a video. By the way, if you're free, if you want me to react to something, just send it to me. Because people do send me sometimes videos to react to. And I think I'm going to react to some pundit saying that Isak can't even lace Thierry Henry's shoes or boots. So I'm going to react to that. I don't know who it was, but they were saying that. So I think that's BS, totally. As far as careers is concerned, yeah, duh. I mean, one is just starting his career, basically. The other one is a legend. He finished. But to me, Isak has every capability of becoming one of the greatest strikers in the history of football. Really. Literally. So his skill is unmatched. Look at him now, man. You know, he's right now being talked about in Europe as the best striker in the world over Haaland. Are you kidding me? So you know, it's I'm not saying he's better than Thierry Henry. Yeah, it'd be stupid to say that. Or he's better than Alan Shearer. It would be stupid to say that. But I can assume, based on what I've watched, that I think if he stays in Newcastle for the next 10 years, he will surpass Alan Shearer as far as records is concerned. Now, sentimentality, that's up to people's personal choice. You know, that is what it is. And he can probably do the same thing as far as Thierry Henry is concerned. So that's it. All right. Let's go with more here. Mikel Arteta, Fabrizio Romano report. Oh, this is crazy. I could not believe this here, man. I just couldn't believe it. Fabrizio Romano's reposting Mikel Arteta on the Carabao Cup ball. It's very different to the Premier League ball. I just could not. What is this, man? This guy, and to be fair, I did criticize Eddie Howe for blaming the weather when we lost the game. So I have the credit to criticize this twat for blaming the ball. Are you kidding me, man? Like, that's what you got to say. And I don't think this is AI, by the way. No, it isn't, because Fabrizio is posting it. Beanie Man Sports is posting it. You know, I thought at first I thought it was AI, and then you can tell it isn't. I just cannot understand, man. To have a manager like this say that after a loss, I would want him sacked immediately. I don't understand. Let's take a listen.
You're not the first manager to mention the ball in this competition. I know it's not an excuse, but what is the issue with it?
No, it's just different. It's just different, very different to the Premier League ball, and you have to adapt to that because it flies different. When you touch it, the grip is very different as well. So you adapt to that.
You're not the first manager to mention.
Listen, man. Here's the thing: perception is key to everything, right? Timing is key for everything. You can't say that when you lost a game, man. You can't say that. Somebody saying that Pep said it when he won. When you win, you can say whatever you want. But when you lost and you say this is what happens. 1 million people react and make you look like a clown. You know what I mean? So, irrelevant. Meme Castle here says, have a beer for each game Newcastle have won in a row.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh no.
5 beers.
Oh
no. 6 beers. 7 beers. I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh no.
5 beers.
Oh no.
6 beers. 7 beers. I drank a beer.
I love me some Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. The rattlesnake, baby. The next one, let's go. Who Meme Castle still? I got a lot of Meme Castle, man. All right. Who absolutely destroyed them on their own patch. Gunners can't handle the smoke. Let's take a look. 80s mag. There we go. Stupid, man. Idris Elba. Meme Castle says, Jordy boys, we're on the banda. There we go. I think he was already on the Arsenal was already on the thing, but here we go. That's Arteta crying there. Partey. Who the hell is that? I don't know who that is. If that's somebody, but yeah, Isak made him look like a fool certainly yesterday. All right, so that is that for X Reacts or Twitter Reacts. So let me know if you find something after a match that you want it to be shown on screen. It would be lovely. I'm not convinced on Trafford or Kelleher, but I haven't seen either enough. Here's the thing, man. I don't think Trafford is ready to be a number 1 on anything yet. You can hope and dream that he becomes England's next whatever. People say that, but now he's not. So I'm tired of buying projects because those projects seem to, when they're good enough, they don't seem to gain any game time. You understand what I'm saying? And that is the problem. You don't get any game time, then you're not good, man. Simple as that. You're spending money on what? Also, look at Osula. We don't use him. As much as I hate it, We don't use him. And to be fair, Isak is Isak, so you got to let him play. So I'm not too mad about that, obviously. I actually think he's a really talented guy. But to keep doing that with every position, for what? So we're just hoping that Trafford will be a great goalkeeper, so we just have him in the back burner. I just don't get it. I do agree that Hall was ready to be given time last season. People don't. Okay, fair enough. But I did believe that, and a lot of fans did as well. Eddie Howe is not really a guy that gives young players a lot of time. A lot, I mean, he given Lewis Miley the game time because we had no other option. And now that we do got options, he doesn't really get the game time. Even when Eddie says that that he needs game time, he doesn't give him the game. So, and I keep going back to those games. Talking about Ipswich. We were easy beating him. He could have played more minutes than he did. I believe he did that game, a few minutes. Same with Leicester. So he's had opportunities to put him on and he hasn't. And to be fair, in a lot of times with these young lads, yeah, they're young, they're inexperienced. Not so much Lewis Miley, by the way. He's had some experience, some really tough experience, especially last season. You're gonna have to gamble, man. But if you don't want to, that's your right. If you're a manager that doesn't want to gamble on young lads, perfect. But you got to get rid of them. What's the point? What is the point? Because if a player doesn't play, he doesn't develop. Plain and simple. So if Lewis Miley is going to be on the bench and play 2 games per season, 5 minutes each, then we're not gonna win. We can't move forward. That's my point of view anyway. That's what I think. Davey, I wouldn't. It was Win. He said he would. What did he say he would? Win said he would take Pickford earlier. Pickford. Oh, man. Pickford, England international certainly. So is Pope. But I mean, barely a cigarette paper to me between them, man. It's just Pickford is not a goalkeeper that makes me think, wow, look at that goalkeeper. And look, I can look past people's past ex teams. He was a Mackin before. Irrelevant to me when it comes to seeing the quality of the player. But he's not really somebody I'm losing sleep over. So what Pickford, man? And plus, yeah, he's come on, man. It makes no sense. I just don't think that goalkeeper really is. And although I may be proven wrong, to be fair, because I think Dubravka has been a really great asset for the team, but now he's leaving, so really, we're kind of in a situation, unfortunately, where he's leaving, and we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, we don't know for sure that he's leaving, but everything looks like if he looks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, and wobbles like a duck, it's mighty Win. So I'm just saying, man. It's but Vlachodimos, we got Vlachodimos. So if you can't give him the opportunity, the day, the light of day, man. If you can't give him the time of the day, rather said, with some people, man, I don't understand why they're here. So Vlachodimos, give him time. I'm assuming Pope is gonna go back to being, the main goalkeeper. So I think we're wasting time, bro. We're wasting time, especially if it indeed becomes that we sign Trafford and we don't sign anybody else. You see what I'm saying? People is to me at this point is about you're pissing people off. That's what's happening here. That's what's happening. Beer Bracken, I got your email, but what email did you send it to, man? Because I got your email on my phone, but not on the computer. You sent it to my. Oh yeah, there we go. I got you, mate. I got you, Nivada, man. We're gonna play the video that Beer Bracken made for I think the Mighty Win. So before we end the show. It's a short one. By the way, don't forget, Extra Time is live tonight at midnight UK with Josh and the rest of the twats to discuss what happened in, I'm assuming, yesterday's match. They still want to have their opinion. So we shall see. And here we go. Let's look at Moti. Your name is not Moti, man. Stop playing. Please pass on to the old man. I've had the BBC go through the archives and the footage no longer exists for Mastermind. It's below. This guy, man. Oh, you really went out there and did it? No, get out of here, man. Oh, I would give it to him. I don't trust you though, Beer Viking. I thought it was a video you sent. I don't trust you though, man. I don't trust you though, man. But it looks somewhat legitimate. I will forward it to the mighty twat right now. But there we go. And so he'll be able to get it. For Beer Viking is probably sending me a virus or something. But there we go. I sent it to what's his name? To the mighty one. All right. Yeah. Exactly. Mark says Trafford got taken out a couple of seasons ago to protect his confidence as he was getting bossed. I've heard a couple of supporters say that he needs to bulk up. I wouldn't mind him as a number one keeper. I would mind him if he ain't. Come on, man! You're bringing a championship goalkeeper to Newcastle United to be the number one. Fuck, man! I just don't. I'm not buying that, man. I'm not buying it at all. Listen, I think we had a great show. It was a short one, but a sweet one. Actually, we've been here over an hour, so that's pretty good. It went by quick, rather quick. And we shall finish the show on the what is this, Mastermind or whatever? What is this? Mighty Win goes on Mastermind. So there we go. Let's take a listen and watch this video the Beer Viking made for the Mighty Win. And on that note, I will play it. And I will be, let me see real quick. Screw it. I disappeared. I will play it, and here we go.
Four more contenders all ready for the ordeal of the black chair. That and the lights and the relentless ticking of the clock. They all conspire to pile on the pressure. And tonight, one of the contenders will cope that bit better than the others and get through to the semi-finals. And after that, who knows? The title of Mastermind champion awaits somebody. Let's find out who and ask our first contender to join us, please. And your name is?
The Mighty Win.
Your occupation?
Dan Burn fan, boy.
And your chosen subject?
Newcastle United.
In 2 minutes, what is your co-host on The Breakfast Show's name?
Barry.
Which current Newcastle United defender is known as the Rolls Royce?
Dan Burn.
What is Chris's surname?
Gutierrez.
With which league club did Peter Beardsley start his league career?
The Black Garter.
Statistically, who is Newcastle's highest-rated midfielder?
Sean Longstaff.
During the 2024 summer transfer window, how many clubs made offers for Jacob Murphy?
0.
How many goals will Callum Wilson score this season for Newcastle?
10.
Which current Brazilian Newcastle player is known as a destroyer?
Raul Moat.
No passes win, 1 point. So, at the end of the specialist subjects round, let us have a look at all the scores. In fourth place, with 0 points, John Sinclair. Third place with 0 points, Paul Gallant. Second place with 0 points, Jimmy Savile. First place with 1 point, the Mighty Win. So, Now it is the general knowledge round, and if there's a tie at the end of it, then the number of passes is taken into account, and the person with the fewer passes is the winner. And if they are tied on passes as well, there has to be a tie break.
You're wrong,
let's
Viking.
ask the mighty Win to join us again, please. And you start out with 1 point. Let's see how you do with your general knowledge, 2.5 minutes. Which famous Indian leader fought for independence from the British Empire?
Amrit.
After the fall of the Shah, which Iranian Ayatollah took over power in Iran?
Ayatollah Roy Kaviani.
Which country does Paddington Bear come from?
Missouri.
Which English king famously got an arrow through his eye at the Battle of Hastings in 1066?
Dan Burn.
Well, how close was that? Let's have a look at the final scores. Tied for second place with 0 points apiece. John Sinclair, Paul Gallant and Jimmy Savile. First place with 1 point. The mighty wins. And do join us again next time for more Masterminds. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Oh, man, come on, man. You got, hey, every time you say, look, man, I have nothing against anybody, so, but, you know, we're just having fun here. But every time I don't ever bring these people up. It's Beer Viking that brings these people up. That he says that when we were losing, he said we were losing because we didn't have our ultras, John Sinclair and the other guy's name, Gallant, or whatever his name is. Man, that has me creased up, man. I'm telling you. But leave these people alone, Beer Viking. Leave them alone, man. They don't do anything to you. But listen, it's been great. And no, you didn't miss anything, Kenny W. It's been great, hasn't it, lads? It's been lovely. So we will see you tomorrow for the preview, match preview, 9:30 p.m. 9:30 p.m. match preview against the powerful and almighty Bromley. But tonight, NUFC Extra Time with Josh and maybe Ben and maybe Mighty Win. I don't know. But it will be great. So join them, of course, at midnight, and we shall see you tomorrow for the match preview at 9:30 p.m. I might put out a video reacting to those videos that I was talking about earlier in the day. So stay tuned for everything that we post on the channel. It's always good to get your support. So thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one, folks. Cheers. Bye-bye.